Or not.
No better way to come into shit.
I was fucking with the wrong pot. Well.
Wow, we started that off like a wet fart.
Another week, but in true pardon ignorance fashion, there was a technical fuck up.
We shit the bed already. All right.
We did, and you know what? We're gonna leave that in.
Welcome to Pod 46.
Pod 46.
Is it 46?
I have no idea. I just came up with a number.
I have no idea either. We've actually we've put in a good number, and our numbers are climbing, and we have you to thank.
You're welcome.
Not you.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at me. I thought you were.
I'm pointing out there to those other cunts.
So you mean Harry?
Yes.
Well, thanks. Doing what I can, man. No, really appreciate all you viewers out there. Thank you for listening in and for the comments and the likes and the thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely.
We talked before the pod went rolling, obviously, and Harry gave us the okay to talk about why he missed the last couple of weeks. And how did it go, buddy? Did you get it all cleared up, or?
Yeah. I still have a little bit of residue, but you know, they're gonna stick the hose in me and do it again.
How many weeks before it's actually usable?
Well, it's gonna be a couple another rounds. They're gonna have to like clear it up and then coat it again. Sew everything back together.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to reenact YouTube videos, don't make it one guy, one jar. You know,
that's true.
It's basically
God.
It looks like an open mind pit right now. So I don't even know how you're sitting, but God bless you.
Dude, no problem. I'm actually sitting. Do you know these things that they use to grill chickens on when you put them in your oven?
Yeah.
That's what I'm sitting on right now. Lots of fun.
We started out on the wrong note, but that's fine. So Harry, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to last week's pod at all.
I listened into a couple of minutes of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as I was driving, and gotta
love your dedication. Thank you.
Hey, I still am. I think I still am a regular fan and a very frequent listener.
You know what though, man? I can't say anything because I don't even think I download them. I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I put it in the internet. Why do I need to listen to it?
But it's kind of hypocritical because you're trying to make people download it and trying to make people listen to it. So you obviously should know what's going on.
I'll be honest. I do download it and I listen to it, but I listen to it because I keep trying to think of ways to improve and make it a better listening experience for the actual listener. So unlike Bobby, I give a shit. So yeah. Actually, Bobby has a lot of things going on. So he has a job just like me, and he has somewhat of a family life just like me. So, he's got a lot of excuses. So keep them coming, Bobby.
That's fine.
And this is Dave picking Bobby up and throwing him under the bus. No, actually, that's actually the reasons why I want to see actually what kind of improvements we were coming. And Harry actually was listening to it and gave us this week some things he thought, and took that under the wing. Constructive criticism, it's nice to get. And
man,
I'm hoping more people are listening and doing the same, like we said a million times. Hit us up.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know, I've said this a bunch of times. Even if it's negative criticism, I take that as constructive, because if it's something that you find negative, well, then we need to know about it so we can spin it around and turn it into a positive for you. So you guys just keep it coming.
Remember,
plus we're grown-ass men. We're not going to get butt hurt over some fucking words from people in the internets.
Well, some of us have a bigger temper than others, so let's not.
That's it. I'm leaving this group.
So, did you guys pay attention? Who's canceled this week? I can never keep up.
Chris, because he's not here.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's cancel Chris.
Yeah. Our buddy Chris isn't here. He had his surgery. the podcast last week really touched him, and
now he can unhinge more than his jaw.
yeah.
That's funny. I've been meaning to ask, don't Jews get their circumcision like when they hit puberty or at birth? Why did Chris do it now?
Because he's so orthodox that he has to do it again.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy with the amount that they took off. He measured it out that he can still semi-dock with Dave. So
it's good stuff. It's not weird. It's friendship, so it's fine. He actually wanted a second bar mitzvah, so that's why he actually did it. So that's what's going on. So
yeah,
good luck, buddy. On a serious note, Chris, we'll see you hopefully next week. We hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. At least now you can open your mouth wider. I know I'm excited.
The podcast wouldn't be a good fit for him considering his surgery and his mouth was today.
Actually, I think it would be hilarious to have him on.
Until we make him laugh and he pops a stitch and just starts bleeding everywhere. We don't need that. Actually, it might get some clicks.
Yeah, podcast / snuff movie. Why not?
So I realized last week we skipped a week by giving people an update on what's going on with Chris. So everything seems to be on the up and up after what we talked about with so many podcasts. So I'm happy to hear that. And I'm guessing she helped him out and gave him a ride from surgery. At least I hope so. So.
And here's what got canceled. It's Chris's wedding, probably.
No, they got
wishes.
Yeah, sometimes, but just sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes.
So what are the hot topics? Seriously, what are the hot topics now? I really have no idea.
Actually, I really don't know.
It's so quiet now that Trump isn't president anymore, is it?
I saw our president.
Really?
I saw our current president fall up the stairs today on Twitter.
Yes, he did.
Like 5 times stumbled up the stairs.
Yeah, ridiculous. He did, to get into the Air Force One.
Yeah.
Real bad. Like he just looked like a confused man that somebody smacked in the back of the head with a bat. He was sleeping. He fell once and that was it. It was lights out.
Mm-hmm.
It is relatively quiet. I mean, there was some psychopath that shot up a bunch of massage parlors in Atlanta. I forget how many states have filed suit against a presidential order to shut down the pipeline from Canada.
Oh, the Keystone.
Yep, the Keystone Pipeline. They're taking legal action against that decision made by Biden. So, I mean, other than that, other than the regular COVID shit going on, that's about it, man.
Yeah.
But I figured this is a week where we could possibly, since we don't really have anything going on or planned, we can kind of shoot from the cuff and just be ourselves, have some laughs.
Let's talk about real quick how we're going into yet another lockdown after being unlocked for 1 week.
Most likely, that's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw Berlin shut down completely again, right?
They did.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so messed up. First they open up schools, and then it took like 2 weeks for the wave to catch up, and then they opened up like retail and everything, and now they're like, the numbers are up, let's shut down retail. Obviously that's the problem.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast. Like the Bauhaus and Obies and stuff like that. If you have like an actual business, you can go in there, even like during the lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Or if not, you had to do click and collect. You had to order online. You had to or call in, order it, and then you were assigned a pickup time. But then a couple weeks ago, they opened up just the garden areas, right? At first, but not the stores. So me and Mila, we were there. We were picking out some stuff like inside the store, and she's like, "Oh, I want to go over there and get some like some other plants and stuff like that. Let's just go to the garden section real quick." We had fucking pretty much the whole store to ourselves because they regulate how many people they were letting in there, like as far as like in the actual store, right? The garden center was a fucking free for all. I'm not even kidding you. There had to have been like in an area the size of my kitchen, like 35 people. just sitting like sardines. I was like, fuck this. And you wonder why we're going back into lockdown, because they're doing it so stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just,
but whatever.
But the problem is, it's not really, I don't know. I get the whatever comment. I totally do. But at this point, it's getting just,
it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous.
It is. And you can't, every day you talk about it and you get this little glimmer of hope. It's kind of like, it's what it is. It's they're tipping us. We're just getting the tip in.
Oh, yeah.
Pull out and say, I'm not ready for it yet. And they've been doing this for a year. How long do you expect, I mean, to be honest, how long do you expect people to deal with this?
I think, and that's another thing. That's actually a good point, because it's a matter of time before, I know some people are not really adhering to the rules and regulations the way they should be. I've said it multiple times on here. My life has basically not really changed. I'm still going to work. I'm shopping. I'm doing whatever the fuck I need to get done. Nothing has really changed for me, other than we're not doing, instead of this podcast, you sitting right next to me, we're doing this over Zoom. Other than that, my life has not changed one bit. But I can actually imagine we're getting out of winter time, right? The weather's going to be changing. It's going to be nicer. A lot of people are just going to start saying, you know what? Fuck this. I miss my family. I miss my friends. Hey, let's start grilling out. Let's go for bike rides together. Let's go do whatever. And people are going to start going around. The numbers are going to go up. But I honestly think that we kind of need for people to rebel a little bit here, because they are taking way too much from us.
Right. Say what you want to about crazy ass Florida, state I grew up in. Say what you want, but it's been open for a while, and
they're doing okay, aren't they?
They're generally doing not so bad, man. It's you gotta look at the numbers. The numbers in Florida really aren't that bad. Granted, the weather is hot all the time. Yeah. So you don't know what that has on the virus itself. Nobody knows. But the simple fact is shit, everything's open in Florida, and masks aren't mandatory.
No.
So
that's my mom's running around. My mom's 67 years old, running around. She's about to be 68 years old. Her and my stepdad, they run around with no masks on. Granted, both of them have been vaccinated. They've gotten their second vaccine last Saturday.
Right.
But they're still living their life. They're doing them.
Yeah. But
Texas
I think
is out of control.
Texas is pretty bad. Yeah, and everybody was praising Texas for being so liberal with the restraints and with the masks and everything. And now they're getting hit by a shit wave. I think the thing in Florida is everybody that's probably liable to die from it is already dead, because they spiked super early because they never went on lockdown.
Right. I have, if you guys don't mind, I found something that I specifically saved for the podcast because I found it. Me and Bobby have had some spirited discussions over WhatsApp about our disagreement in the vaccine. We have a disagreement, Bobby. But yet, unlike Twitter,
what's our disagreement in the vaccine?
Well, that you don't want to take it, and I do. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Otherwise, we really don't have one. But amazingly,
here. That's also not entirely true.
No, you want a longer testing thing.
I do want a longer testing thing, but like I said, for me, I'm not going to have any more kids. I'm old enough where I think I'm going to be okay. If they say, okay, hey, go take this, I will take it. I have no problem with that. Before I make my kids take that, I want more research.
That's fair. I have,
and that's just me being a dad, I think.
On that point, we don't disagree then, because I'm the same.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, what I wanted to get to is amazingly, unlike places like Twitter in America and the real world, we can disagree about things, Bobby, and yet we're still friends. I don't know how it works. There's some magical formula between us, but I don't know. So what I want to do real quick is show you guys. I found something from the New York Times, which is quite interesting. And since we do have obviously audio listeners only, I'm going to kind of explain it as we go along. But if you really want to see the article, just go to our YouTube of the podcast and you should be able to see it. So what I want to do is quickly share this with you. And I found this fascinating because it lists all the leading vaccines right now, right? And what's cool is if you're confused about what vaccines are available, or if you're not quite sure how they're administered or where they're administered or how they work, this explains it actually quite well. And one of the ones that interests me the most is called Gamala, but as some people know, it is actually called Sputnik, and it's from
Yeah.
Russia. This one amazingly seems to be one of the better ones.
It is. There's actually European countries that are starting to produce it now. I know Italy. I have a customer in Italy that is producing this.
And Hungary as well. Hungary has ordered it, and a lot of the former Eastern Bloc countries. Its efficiency is 91.6%, dude. That's actually really good. Muscle injection, and it's normal freezer storage, so it's not anything special.
Not like Pfizer.
Yeah, and one of the cool things is that they're developing an alternative that doesn't have to be refrigerated at all.
Right.
Which is one of the things. This has been approved, but like you requested, Bobby, it's going into longer trials as well. So
see, that's what we need.
As we go along, I think these will also be, obviously, if they're giving them to people, that's the best trial of all time, really, if you think about it. It's kind of effed up, but
if you look, if phase, it doesn't tell you, because as far as I thought, the AstraZeneca, that was the most, that was used the most in the world. Like, that's the most widely used one. Like, that's the one that's used the absolutely the most.
Right now. Yeah.
Right.
So, and as you can see, this listed as 83% for.
Yep.
So,
and I mean, when they started talking about that blood clot shit, like I didn't really buy too much into that. But the thing is, honestly, the only reason why I told my stepmom, not my stepmom, my mother-in-law to not do that.
First, hold on, before you say that, Bob, you should give a little bit of background because not everybody was in that WhatsApp conversation.
Right.
So go ahead and explain the story.
Okay. This past Saturday, my mother-in-law had she had an appointment to get the AstraZeneca shot. And this was, I forget what other countries had already stopped it at that point. And it's like, whoa, there's a reason why. And if you look at this compared to other versions, like other options that you have, this has the least percentage, like the least percent, the lower
protection.
Exactly. The actual efficiency is lower than the other ones. Do some research. Let's see why this is coming out. I was like, and at the end of the day, it's up to you. If you want to do it, you can do it if you're that freaked out about it. But I would wait and see, because that's not your only option.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's not such a bad idea to hold off. I don't think it's in America, I've seen they give out 120 million already. Not full vaccinations, but at least one shot.
Dude, if you think about that, that's a 1 in 3. So that means there's 3 people right now on this podcast this week. One of us would already be vaccinated.
I think one of the ones that really interests me is the Johnson & Johnson one. And this is
that freaks me out.
So it's the most controversial, obviously. How do you feel about that? Them using, was it cells from an aborted fetus?
The Catholic Church has come out and they're absolutely destroying this one. That's actually a good story. I don't know if it was the actual Pope himself said, hey, at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself. But abortions are bad. And this actual injection is linked to stem cells from an aborted fetus. And
that was aborted in the 80s.
Yeah, but still, if you're Catholic, that's a fucking no-go, even if it was aborted in the 50s.
Yeah. I mean, you can abuse a kid,
you get
but stem cells from a
crazy,
fetus. Come on.
Yeah. Like, I can beat you with the metal end of a belt, but use your dead stem cells? No, that's not okay. And a lot of really devout Catholics are pitching a fit about it.
I mean, I can understand it because since it was a baby and it was aborted, you have no way of knowing if it's gay or not. And if you're Catholic, then you definitely don't want gay stem cells in your body.
No, it can't be vaccinated from the gays.
The gays.
What's interesting is if you've ever gotten the shot for hepatitis A, chickenpox, or measles, guess what? Those have also started from aborted fetuses. So guess what? You've already got it in you. It's already in you, whether you like it or not. The things they don't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't really at this point. I'm after looking at a chart like this and seeing all the ones that are in motion or ones that were inactivated or are no longer going. There's a lot of them that haven't been put on the market yet, but they're in production.
Right.
That's these are the ones that you were talking about, Bobby, as far as which ones are in phase 1, 2, 3, authorized, approved, or abandoned.
Yep.
Yeah, and these are also really good numbers. So I would encourage people to try to look this article up on the New York Times and just look up the coronavirus vaccine tracker. Very ton of information. I don't think it's biased information either. I just think it's scientific facts.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, you should be comfortable with what somebody's putting in your body.
Yeah.
And not just vaccines. That should go to all different things that can be put in your body.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's 22 vaccines in large scale tests right now in phase 3. That's good news. 22 different vaccines. That's interesting to say the least.
And 4 got abandoned. Can you click on the ones that are abandoned? Can you see those?
Yeah, they're inactivated. So one is from India called Covaxine. It doesn't really tell me why it was abandoned. Although I think that would be interesting. People started growing fucking thumbs out of their eyeballs.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole problem with the marketing for these vaccines. Throw some HGH in there or some testosterone, man. People would get in line to get it vaccinated. Right. If you'd grow like another inch on your dong, I don't care if it gives you thrombosis or not. I mean, I know a lot of people that juice up before they go to the gym, and they know that steroids are known to cause thrombosis, and they don't
And that's
care.
the thing. Like, and you bring up a good point. If there are crazy side effects like that, tell me. Guess what? I'm still probably gonna do it, but I just want to know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
cocaine, it ruins your brain, but it's fucking fun as hell. So guess what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's another problem that people have with believing these things. It's like so
Harry, I'm sorry. Hold on. I gave some false information there.
Okay.
Before you get into it. The ones that say inactivated, that's not the ones that were. I can't click on the abandoned ones. Inactivated means it's an inactivated virus that they put in your body, and it makes your body create an immune response. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
These are still in process. These are still all ones in process. While you guys chit chat, I'm going to try to find the information we're looking for because I'm hoping to find some cool side effects that nobody talked about. Hold on.
Right.
Go ahead, guys.
I just think that it's so unheard of, like in the last couple of years or even decades, that people work together and solve a problem and actually find a way to solve it within a year. People just don't believe it. They're like, what? I mean, Germany tried to build an airport for like 25 years. And a lot of other like large scale projects have failed in the trial phase or whatever. And now people apparently work together and found out how to solve a problem within a year. Like we basically watched science happen. We watched the whole world tackle a problem with different ways to go about it and actually kind of solve it. And it's just hard to believe.
And that's, to be honest with you, that's one of the biggest problems I have, because usually a vaccine or something critical, like it usually takes years before something comes out and gets approved where it's okay enough to be used on people. Like fucking AIDS research and like those kind of medications that make people like undetectable and shit like that. Right. How many decades has that taken? You mean to tell me you guys came up with a fucking vaccine in not even a year, dude? You're talking like realistically 6 months, 6-7 months, they were coming out with these vaccines.
You guys want to
That's
hear
the
about
only thing that scares the living fuck out of me.
You guys want to hear about a virus or a vaccine that would could cause you either marriage problems, you to lose your girlfriend, and or you to lose your job? Here we go.
I just saw that as you were clicking through.
Yeah. So there was one that was being developed from the University of Queensland. It was abandoned because phase 1 trial was they did it on hamsters, and the hamsters had an immune response to coronavirus and they were immune to it. They went to phase 2 and found out, oops, researchers made an unwelcome discovery. Some volunteers were getting positive tests for HIV, even though they were not actually infected with the virus. Turns out it was the false positives came about due to the way the researchers designed the vaccine.
Jesus Christ.
So they're not actually HIV positive.
No, it just.
But could you imagine having that conversation?
The researchers held the proteins in place with a molecular clamp, which was based on a segment of an HIV protein.
Oh fuck.
So the doctor pretty much said, okay, I have good news and bad news.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but you know what? Like this article, you know how many motherfuckers probably printing this out and like chasing after their baby mamas right now? Like, bitch, I told you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's okay. Australia banned guns, so not a lot's gonna happen there.
There was 3 other ones. A U.S. government supported one from Merck that was just canceled because it just didn't work. That's why they canceled it. There was no immune response.
Maybe they canceled it because there weren't enough women on the board.
Yeah, it could be. That's a good reason.
Karens.
And the other ones were just stopped because the AstraZeneca, the one that's getting all the news headlines right now from the UK, the other company didn't want to compete with them, so it was canceled in the UK. And the other one was just because it also didn't work, so they went into partnership with Johnson and Johnson. So those are the other ones that had huge failures right now. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good stuff being put out there, which you guys were just talking about. It just shows you, like, if we invest money in science, humans overall can really, when we put our heads together, can really get a lot of shit done.
Yeah.
Hey, what is this website?
It's actually the New York Times.
Is it the New York Times?
Yep, NewYorkTimes.com.
And it's not even behind a paywall, or did you subscribe to it?
No paywall.
Damn.
No.
Okay.
No, this is free information. I think it's just because this has to do with coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably getting an ass load of clicks, so no reason to make it anything more than that. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And if you look at all the ones in, you can even separate it to ones in phase 3 trials.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we all know the BioNTech, but there are other ones in the stage 3 that really, and it even gives you a map so you can click on your country and what your country's involved in and stuff like that. So that's really cool. a great source of good quality scientific information. And it's difficult to find these days, really, because it seems everything has a little bit of bias in it, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I think one of the reasons why they might be so fast in developing these vaccines is because they were working on SARS viruses from the get-go, and that's maybe one of the problems that we had. That's why I think it's wrong to completely abandon the lab theory, like the origination theories.
I agree. Yeah.
They might have been just like out of a good spirit, out of a good scientific spirit, trying to figure out how do we get SARS viruses under control and how do we tamper with these things. And then maybe somebody just fucked up, forgot to lock the door on the way home. And that's how it got started. And maybe some of the information has been put out so that people knew where to start looking for ways to inactivate it or get your body up to speed so you can handle it better.
Right on. Yep. I think a little bit of information for you, Bobby, as well. We were talking about the Sputnik vaccine, the one from Russia that seems very promising. And there's about 35 countries here, 40 countries here listed that have put emergency use in for it, and then not letting you.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of countries that are not only using it, there are now European countries that are actually manufacturing it.
Yeah, that's what we need.
So
that's what you have to invest more into it. And you know what? You say what you want to about Trump, how his politics are. I don't care about that. But the man threw a ton of money at it, and
you know how many people I've actually heard, like here, Germans, they've told me, they're like, you know what? As soon as this shit happened, Trump ordered so many million, like 100 millions of doses before they were even an actual vaccine. Like he was ahead of it and did that. Now, when you look here at the state of Europe, like just in comparison, you said how many people, like what, 110 million people, or like over 100 million plus people have been at least their first vaccination in the States. Like I said, that is fucking 1 in 3 people, dude. That's insane. Then you come over to here, Europe, and you're talking maybe 1 in 25 might have had their first dose.
The numbers here in Germany are like 8 million.
Yeah.
That's
so
garbage.
Yeah, okay, so it's 1 in like 12 people.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'm not trying to dispute your numbers. I'm just saying I agree with you. It's shit. Like
it is shit. They slept on it. They took too long. That's my point that I'm trying to make, is that they slept on it.
You're dead on, man.
Yeah. Yep. Also because it's an election year, so the whole thing got way too political.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, but you know what though? Like, to be fair, I think that's just like the kind of person that he was. So even if it wasn't an election year, he probably would have jumped the gun and in super loud, I'm the best. Before this shit even there is a vaccination, I'm ordering 300 million doses. Like, that's the kind of person that Trump was. Right. Where all the other countries are like, no, we're going to sleep on it. And it's like, oh, fuck. Now you start looking at all the numbers of people have actually been vaccinated, and it's
in the world.
The dude wasn't too far off.
In the world, 410 million in the world so far vaccinated. So we still got a ways to go. But
I was also referring to Germany when I said that, because Germany is also in an election year. And
oh yeah, that's right. Mama Miracle is gone this year.
Yeah,
Mama Miracle.
And that's what threw the brakes on a whole bunch of things. Because a lot of politicians started positioning themselves and everything instead of really trying to solve the problem. They were happy when they had everything like semi under control with the lockdown.
You know, you should have known that you should have invested and not have been so cheap. Also, can Germany please leave the EU yet? Can we also leave the EU?
Why is that,
dude? Right now you have to hold hands with the EU. Like this whole, let's approach this together. You know, don't let one country get too many vaccines in the other country. You know, what about this country? This poor country doesn't have any. Can you please give them 10,000 of your vaccines, or 100,000 or a million, whatever? I don't know. I'm just being greedy. I just want us to get vaccinated first so we can go back to some type of normalcy of whatever that's going to be. The new normal is. I'm ready for it, because this ain't it.
Wholeheartedly agree. I've been saying this shit for years. As soon as they brought up Brexit, I said, fucking Germany needs to do this immediately.
Well, do you know how much if Germany left the EU, the mark would be one of the strongest currencies in the world, if not the strongest.
Oh, the entire if you think about that, if Germany actually left the EU, the rest of the EU, the fucking entire economy would collapse.
Yeah. And that's number one, why they can't do it, because a lot of people or a lot of countries need to be able to buy German products, which are shit expensive. They're good, but they're also expensive. So Germany has a strong interest in keeping those economies up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, man, and I'll be honest with you, because I'm in the manufacturing industry. German quality 15 years ago, like even like before that and up to 15 years ago, used to have a lot of meaning behind it. Now they're into the mass production. They're also outsourcing to other countries and then putting shit here together. The reason why I really want them to leave is I've been here in Germany the least amount of time compared to you guys. Dave, I don't know how long you've been here. You're around 20. Yeah, so you're over 20 years.
What?
No, you're 2008. I thought longer than that.
Well, if the military time counts, then I got here in 2002. So almost 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So almost 20 years.
I don't really count those military years because
you were on the American economy.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Go with 20 years. It's fine, Bobby. Yeah,
okay. Or even if whatever. I got here in 2010. And I think like a couple years after I got here, we had to bail out Greece and Portugal And at that same time, I'm like, okay, I understand it. Cool, but that's kind of sucks if you think about it as a person that's working and a taxpayer. Like, that's kind of shit. Like, you get the shit under the stick.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But then the thing that really fucked me off is when we had a set date. Okay, Greece, this is when your first payment's due. And they defaulted. And then when we tried to say, hey, you guys defaulted on this payment that you owe us this money, they fucking tried to sue Germany for shit and file sanctions against them for shit that happened 70 some years ago during World War II. I was like, and these fucking politicians allow this to happen. I would have said, you know what? Fuck you. You're not getting another cent from us. We're going to actually vote. We're going to actually headstrong a vote to get you out of the EU. And you can go back living your life as a third world country and fuck off. Because what do they bring to the table? Nothing other than higher taxes for us. And that's the thing, like, it really, really fucked me off.
Maybe you can look it up. I'm not sure about that, but there weren't any reparations paid to Greece after World War II, I think.
Harry, it doesn't. There's got to be a statute of limitations, dude. Like, I understand it was an awful, awful thing, but really, what did they do to Greece during World War II?
They invaded it, killed the Jews, tanked the economy, stole a bunch of shit. You know what people do.
A normal Friday. Bobby, I get your point.
I understand it. You
know what I mean? Like, what did we have to do with that? You know what I mean? Like,
Harry, you're wrong. In 1960, West Germany paid 115 million.
I was going to say, I thought they paid reparations
like I said,
for that.
That's why I asked you to look it up, because I didn't know.
Yeah. I didn't know either. But here we are. 115 million marks.
Well, directly from Google. If we pull something up on here, we have to cite it.
Yeah.
Okay, we cited that. Great. We looked it up like everybody does on fucking Google. I get your point. It's fine, Bobby. I got you. No, I'm with you. But I'm just saying I'm
just saying, dude.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I'm pretty sure they were, and then you can't. It's like I guess the best way to say it is you can't say you're in a some kind of, you're getting sued for something, and you pay somebody $3 million. I don't necessarily think you can go back 20 years later and say, you know what, $3 million wasn't really what I wanted at the time. I really could have went for $5 million. So,
and that's what they did.
And they didn't really do that, Bobby. They more cited it and said, oh, we only took 115 or whatever million marks. And really, you should have paid us this. I think that's, fuck you.
Yeah, but that's also, they use that as leverage to get more money so they can default on payment that was owed. And that's the reason why our fucking taxes are some of the highest in the world.
Right. But, European Union, we hold hands, Green Party, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as to hype the Green Party, not at all, because I like driving and I like my life. But
what's the Green Party?
Believe me, my friend. I'm not for the Green Party.
What's the Green? I'm not hip to the Green Party.
The Green
they're probably going to rule Germany after September.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
SPD?
No, the Green Party.
Okay.
Do you really know what they are?
No, I don't follow the German politics because I can't vote in it. So
I call them the Nature Party. I can't either. I call them the Nature Party. Ride your bike, don't drive your car.
Oh, so millennials. Gotcha.
Yeah. Nuclear energy, bad.
Hipsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys that are responsible
Germans.
for taking like 45 minutes to get from where you live to Karstadt and Gießen.
Yeah.
That's basically the Green Party.
Bobby, I don't know if you've been following that, how they're going to redo the ring and make one a bicycle lane and the other one lane for cars.
That's really messed up because
That's
that's
really
one
happening.
Are you
thing that
serious?
I want.
I
Yeah.
honestly, I
Deadass.
swear to God, I've not been following any of this. This is all news to me.
100%. Yeah. That's
Oh,
what I
wow.
wanted to talk about because now you have all the little shops and stuff finally sort of coming out of lockdown, and their perspective is to like reopen when everybody's vaccinated, which is round about September, or like to have 80% of Germans vaccinated by then. And then not a whole bunch of people are going to shop there anymore because going on Amazon is just going to be a whole lot easier than riding your bike to freaking Zeltasvik.
If you're a shopkeeper,
Exactly.
this is what you're going to look like right here.
Absolutely.
And
You
then
know what,
listen-
though?
Hold on, one more thing. You listen to these green people talk, and this is the face you have right here.
My mind is actually blown as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do not really follow the politics here too much. Just it should interest me, but at the end of the day, I have no say in it. So I just have to roll whatever punches are thrown my way because I literally can do absolutely nothing to change it. The thing. Oh,
You're just standing there like, what the fuck? And hold on, Bob. I don't want to cut you up, but I gotta tell you something. Right now, when you drive into Gießen, they've already changed one of the main roads, and it already goes to a bicycle path. And I've had to take my daughter to her. She works at the hospital now, so I've had to take her down that way. And I shit you not, I have seen maybe 6 bicycles actually using the bike path, and the rest of them are actually riding on the road where the cars are. And I'm blown
that's
away.
what they're used to.
And it's what pisses me off is you can be a bicyclist, and I'm cool with that, but you also have to accept the fact that this is only being done for people in the city. And so, like you guys said, when these shops die a slow death and people would rather drive to Wetzlar, don't start crying about lack of tax income because these businesses pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? Your college students,
so high.
Your college students who are voting for these green parties don't pay shit.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's democracy in action. It is what it is.
And unfortunately, Gießen is a college town.
And Gießen downtown is going to go to shit. It's just what's going to happen. So,
and that's another thing. Like, if you compare that to like how it is in the States, like, okay, these shops and stuff like that, they're really going to suffer because it's not structured like it is in the States. Like in the States, you have fucking Uber Eats. You have, there's like 45 different kind of takeout services that also like that do car sharing and everything. Like you can get whatever the fuck you want brought to your house whenever you want it. Here it's not so, you know what I mean? It's not the same. And that's another thing. Like some of these places, the restaurant that I worked at here and there on the side once a week, I told them also, like when they were going to lockdown, this place is fucking packed weeks in advance. Do a carry out or do delivery. You will maintain your costs. In fact, you'll make more money because you don't have to have a full staff and you're still generating the same amount of income. What's the problem?
Yeah.
And because I mean, a lot of people don't want to do pickup there because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like it's a bitch to get to. So, but it happens.
Fuck that. If you want to buy furniture, you're going to take that shit on the bus. I don't want to hear you crying, Bobby.
I was in IKEA last weekend.
Fuck that, Bobby. You need to take the bus and the train and find a way. I don't care.
Nope.
Yeah, because
I had my all-wheel drive SUV. I pulled right up to IKEA. I went in that bitch. I did whatever the fuck I want for 2 hours, loaded my car, and drove home on the highway.
Right.
Yeah, because you still like to buy furniture and put furniture in your house. But if the Green Party gets their way, then they're not going to be a lot of single-family houses anymore either, because they think that the most work happens in the city, so everybody ought to be cooped up in like multi-level apartment buildings, affordable multi-level apartment buildings.
Fucking like VGs, you know what I mean? Like those fucking actually shared, like basically what are those called? Like a hostel. They want to just turn Gießen into a hostel.
Sharing a bathroom with your neighbor.
Nice.
It's fun. I mean, all the clubs are going to be.
Sorry if you got to get a shower. I just blew that motherfucker up. Good luck to you.
Or showering while somebody's blowing it up.
I don't care, bro. I got to be to work. I don't care.
Like, imagine like just really just laying into it and somebody's washing their hair, kind of eyeing you out of the corner of their eye.
You're like courtesy flush, bro. Courtesy flush. Come on.
Courtesy
Fucking Polish food.
But it's going to be all right. I mean, you don't have to feel like ashamed or anything, because once people don't have genders anymore, it's all going to be equal and nobody's going to care.
You know what? Did you already foresee this with the Green Party? You and your fucking electric car?
Oh, they hate us electric car drivers also.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because batteries need to be recycled from time to time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's actually true.
They
Dude,
hate cars. period.
I've
One way,
actually,
it's cars.
there's
It's
a
cars.
guy that I work with. He was like, yeah, I'd like a Tesla. He like the Model X, like the little SUV. He's like, yeah, it'd be cool, but what are you going to do with the batteries? Who the fuck cares? What does that have to do with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
let your great grandkids worry about it. Our world, like, I honestly don't believe that there's anything that we can do to change the course of that kind of shit that's already in place. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
I'm going to
Yeah.
change climate change. The fuck you are. Look at history. Do you know what wiped the dinosaurs off the face of this earth? You dumb cunt. Guess what? That it's a fucking process that repeats itself over and over and over again. We're in this phase, and guess what? In a couple hundred years, it's going to be different.
Yeah. But
That's
it might
just
have
how I see it.
might have just been a couple of people dropping their kids off at school with an SUV. You don't know because you weren't there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
what are
Hey,
you gonna do?
way to keep this thing non-political.
Nah, fuck that. We allow politics when we don't agree with something. Fuck that.
Right.
A couple good points. Obviously, the German Green Party also wants to replace the police. It's also a thing that they want to do. Another interesting aspect is, they also want the word race to be removed from the German constitution. I don't know in what context, but they do.
I was going to say, what context is it being used in the German constitution?
I just think using that word makes people uncomfortable.
See, man, that's the thing. I don't know, not really so much our generation, because we were already on the downfall of that, but like our parents and our parents' parents, shit was meant to be uncomfortable, because guess what? Then you were actually ready for life and what is going to happen to you in life, or what could happen to you in life. Not now, like we're raising a generation of kids that are going to be stuck in their rooms playing video games until they're 40 and afraid to go because, I don't know how to talk to anybody. Well, good luck getting your dick sucked.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you. I promise you. Like, and when I was 12, 13 years old, I wasn't playing with joysticks. I was finger banging broads. Like, that's what you did. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's normal.
It's such a fucking difference.
Yeah. Some people like to ride their bike. I like finger blasting bitches. That's just what I like to do. So,
disclaimer: I would have loved to finger blast bitches, but they never let me. So I just
I believe the other proper term is finger blasting, finger popping, or whatever you want to call it.
mouse clicking.
Mouse click. Is mouse click? I don't think we said that. I'm pretty sure I never said finger blasting or finger popping either. But
I never said finger popping. I always said finger blasting, finger banging,
Bobby said fisting, probably.
knuckle deep in a hoe.
Then don't forget him. Hit him with the old.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? Butterscotch, yo.
Oh, I haven't seen Kids in forever.
That was such a fucked movie, man.
Harry, have you ever seen that movie, Kids?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man, you have to watch it.
I don't know if you can find it.
What's it about?
It's a bunch of like skateboarding kids. They just party, do whatever, do a bunch of drugs and just hang out. but there's this one dude, Casper.
Casper.
Like he went up to like one of his buddies and just did that, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" He just went butterscotch, yo, because he was like a ghetto little skater kid in New York, but he was going around like he had the HIV and he was banging chicks.
The HIV.
Like it's an awful movie if you think about it. Like it's a really bad movie
From 95.
But it's pretty interesting. It's a must watch. You got to see it at least once.
Okay, but that's not Casper the Friendly Ghost, right?
No, it's not.
No.
Okay. You can catch it on Prime.
Oh, nice.
But you got to pay $2.99 for it, so it's not free. But it's the only one. It's actually one of the first movies that Rosario Dawson was in.
Oh, nice. I like her.
Yeah. But Casper was the shit.
She got the HIV while she was sleeping.
Oh, and I forgot Telly. Oh,
yeah, Telly.
Telly. But
that's who got it. That's who.
That's who
what is that?
Yeah, so that's great. Check it out. You're gonna have to check this out. It's worth it. Anybody out there who's never seen it, check it out. It's
it's a crazy movie.
Mid-90s coming of age movie. It's definitely.
But it's like definitely like when like that skater punk like grunge scene was popping off, and
yeah, it's a good film.
Came to fruition. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
The HIV.
Nice.
The HIV.
What are other good movies, coming of age movies that you guys like?
Whoa, shit, man! You should have given me a heads
like
up.
I put that up there. Like, and people, like I say, like the Sandlot kids, like they're
the Sandlot.
Like those are coming of age movies, man. Like it's fucking childhood. Like that's what it was.
You got kids. You got The Lion King, and it's really there's not.
Yeah,
much
like I don't know, man.
That.
If I had to pick between, if I had to put them in the same category, I'd throw Aladdin in there.
I don't know. That's a good question, man. The Sandlot was a good one.
What have you guys ever seen Superbad?
Yeah, Superbad's one, but that for me, that's not really.
Yeah, I mean, Superbad was good.
Yeah, but that was not coming of age for me because it's 2007. I'm 27 then. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Yeah, but like there was relatable stuff to it.
Oh, of course,
absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, so
that's what I think. In high school, I get it.
Yeah.
I was on the football team though. I think I was a little more athletic than him, but yeah, I get it. And I don't know that I ever put my dick in my waistband and almost came in my belly button, and I didn't have a drawing dicks problem, but there are similarities there. There are. I
still have a drawing dicks problem.
Yeah.
But that actor guy, man, he lost an insane amount of weight and then he like bulked up, man. He looks super huge now.
Not anymore.
Jonah Hill. No, he's a fat.
Yeah, he got fat again.
Oh man.
But what was cool is he had his shirt off at the beach and the paparazzi took a photo of him.
Like last week, yeah.
Bitching about him, and he came out on Twitter and was like, I'm finally comfortable with who I am, so you guys can go fuck yourselves. So it was kind of awesome, right? So
yeah.
Right.
You are who you are, man. You got to be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
Stop doing shit to try to please everybody. That's
exactly, man. And that's the thing. Like, I understand the uncomfortability, the insecurity and stuff like that. But when you own it like that, you're taking it back for yourself. You're taking it away from other people. And plus, not only that, you're actually doing it for other people that are in those situations. Like, if a fucking, a lot of people buy into that whole celebrity premise, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but you never get there, man. You never, some of them, like, the people are like, they see these celebrities and they're like, oh, look, she's always skinny. Do you know the amount of work that she has to do that? She has a fucking paid nutritionist. She has somebody who pushes her at the gym. Him or her.
She has a fucking cook that makes all their meals. Like, oh, I want to eat this. And somebody goes, no, this is what you're eating. It's kind of hard for somebody that's working full time.
Gentlemen, since we're shooting from the cuff tonight, I got something for your ass. I'm going to name a movie and you tell me if it was good or not.
Okay.
All right. And there's going to be some cheesy ones in here, Bobby, so you're going to love it. You ready?
Yeah.
Ghost.
Loved
Sucks.
it.
1990 movie, Ghost.
Sucks. Can you boot Harry?
What? I said it sucks.
It was great. Why would you say it sucks?
Okay.
Fucking Whoopi Goldberg, man.
Fair. If you never saw it. Here's a coming of age movie. Happy Gilmore.
Never watched it.
Oh, what?
Sorry. I don't like golf.
Fuck, Harry.
I don't like golf.
I didn't either at the time, but it's fucking Adam Sandler.
If it has, I don't care. I don't care. If it has a premise that I don't like.
I think Billy Madison's more of a coming of age movie.
Yeah. How about the movie Friday?
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah. That's a good one.
95, 15. Okay, great.
White Men Can't Jump.
I think that was late 80s, wasn't it?
Damn, I'm older than you guys. Fuck, I forgot. Sorry.
Men in Black, 97.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's one because I have a memory behind it. Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, with Leo and Claire Danes.
Yeah. I saw that, no joke, with somebody who's been on the podcast before. I saw that with Rebecca.
Okay.
Oh,
interesting. Still remember that.
Were you slipping digis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shit you not, I clicked to the next movie and get ready for a belly laugh because I wish Wise was on the podcast.
Is it the Hebrew Hammer?
No. No.
Have you guys ever seen that movie?
No.
I have it on DVD. I swear to God, I have it on DVD. It is a fucking one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
This is the exact opposite of funny.
Schindler's List?
Yes. 93.
Awesome.
Bob's like, it's hilarious. It's like, no. Let's see. Oh, I know it's a personal favorite of Bobby. The Bodyguard. Before Whitney started doing cocaine.
No.
Yep. 92.
No. 90s Kevin Costner movie for me was Robin Hood.
Oh, that was nice.
Tin Cup. Yeah.
Dances with Wolves.
That's late 80s, isn't it?
I thought so too.
What about then JFK is too. Fuck this.
Next one, Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, great one. Classic.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Mansfield State Penitentiary in Ohio.
Bobby's favorite, The Sandlot.
Love it.
Nice.
Angels in the Outfield.
Yep, that's on there.
Nice. Rookie of the Year.
The next, that was also early 90s because I remember that could have been 94, 93, somewhere in there. Because I remember my dad bought that DVD from Walmart. So I think it was 93, 94. Another one that you can sit around with the boys, drink something, and really enjoy this movie, Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire.
That was nice.
That was one. Oh, there's one.
It was okay.
It is. I found one. Boogie Nights.
I don't remember it.
That was to do with the dong. Remember, he had the gigantic dong.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg
had a gigantic dong, and
Dirk Diggler.
That's right.
Dirk Diggler.
That was his name in the movie.
Tommy Boy,
great movie.
Boys in the Hood.
Oh, great movie. That's another great one.
Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
I think that's 2000s.
Was it?
There's something about Mary.
Awesome.
There's something about Mary.
Wow.
Iconic scene with the jizz.
Mm-hmm.
Goodfellas.
Good.
Didn't see it.
Casino.
Yep. The Big Lebowski.
Great one.
Big Lebowski was fucking great.
Classic.
Really underrated. I mean, really.
I think so. Yeah. I think it's 100% underrated.
Was that God, what the hell's the guy's name that does those movies? Wes Anderson? Was that a Wes Anderson film? That guy has like the most the weirdest fucking movies, like The Life Aquatic. Have you ever seen it?
It's the Coen brothers.
No. Okay.
Yeah. But I have seen it. I know what you're talking about, Bobby. Yep.
That guy, like all those kind of movies are like all pretty much the same. I love them. For some, it's like it's either you fucking absolutely hate it or you like it. There's literally no in between.
My all-time top movies from the 90s, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You can watch that movie today, and it's still great. Yeah,
I heard you can, but I have a problem with. I have never finished a single Quentin Tarantino movie. I always fell asleep.
Oh, I love all his movies.
Yeah,
I know,
Reservoir
I like
Dogs.
them too. I like them too, but I've never watched the ending of one.
It's interesting.
What about all-time best movie you think? Doesn't matter what it's from, whether it's 80, like 70s, 80s, aughts.
All-time best? I'd have to say all-time best movie for like adults would have to be Shawshank Redemption, because there's so many layers to it. I really like it.
Quite good.
What about the Boondock Saints?
Ooh,
Also
also very good. Fight
That
Club.
is my Fight Club is good.
It's up there.
Remember the Titans? Remember the Titans? Definitely.
Yeah.
From a sports fan perspective, Titanic.
Ooh, actually,
Titanic.
That was good. It had a
I
lot.
never watched it. I couldn't finish it.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
I'm still caught up by the fact that they had that big ass piece of wood that she was floating on. That bitch wouldn't move over for him. Like there was enough space for him to be on that piece of wood. Like if you watch the movie at the end, you're like, wait, why are you in the water, dude? Get on the wood.
If you like sports movies, actually, Harry, you won't like this because you don't like golf. It's called The Greatest Game Ever Played. It's on Disney. I think it's a Disney movie, so it should be on Disney Plus. It has Shia LaBeouf, and it's about the is it the Masters? It's the Masters, but like one of the first ever. Like I think it's like the third or whatever. It's even if you don't like golf, give it a watch. It is an amazing movie from start to finish. It is incredible. It's one of my all-time favorite movies is like there's three of them that are right up there. It's The Boondock Saints, The Greatest Game Ever Played, and Miracle, the Miracle on Ice. Fucking incredible.
Harry, have you ever played golf?
I've never played golf. No.
Oh man, that's probably why.
You need to get shit house where you black out by the fourth hole, and then it's awesome.
Sounds like a bad date.
If you're on the fourth hole with a date, it's a good date, buddy. Let me tell you.
That means you put an additional hole where there shouldn't be one.
Because she's into some fucked up shit that I don't even know about yet.
Yeah, but speaking of which, I watched the Ted Bundy documentary that was on Netflix. Confession tapes. That's pretty wicked stuff. But how about Indiana Jones? All three Indiana Jones movies. I think they should be up there because they're classics. The effects were like far ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Great multi-layered stories if you really watch all three movies.
Naked Gun 33 and a third.
I
never liked it.
You didn't like the Liam Neeson movies? Like those were so chachi, but they were fun to watch.
Liam Neeson is in there too?
Yeah, I think so.
Or no. Huh?
I said
Liam Neeson.
You said Liam Neeson, but I think you mean Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen.
It was
Sorry.
Same guy.
Sorry, Leslie Nielsen.
All white guys look alike, man. It's just
they do.
Harry, what's interesting is the movie you said with Shawshank Redemption is actually on IMDb's. It's the highest rated movie of all time.
Really?
Of all time.
Well deserved.
9.2 out of 10. But the second two are iconic 70s movies, and they're actually sequels. Let's see if you guys could guess what they were.
Jaws?
I have an offer you can't refuse.
The Godfather.
Godfather. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
It's actually Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. The fourth one is actually The Dark Knight.
Damn.
From 2008.
That was a great movie. That
movie.
was a great movie.
But unfortunately, and that's the thing, that's probably why we forgot it just now listing it, because there were so many superhero movies that followed suit. And the effects kept getting bigger that you kind of lost track of how amazing this movie was.
Are you guys
So-
caught up to older movies older than the 70s at all?
Probably not.
Not a little bit.
I mean, because I've never heard of the next one. It's called 12 Angry Men.
12
No.
Angry Men was actually a great movie.
It's from
I love that movie.
1957.
Great movie. It's about a hung jury.
Are you fucking with me now? Are you being serious?
I swear to God.
Okay, it makes sense with 12 Angry Men, but I'm just saying.
I promise you, you could read about it.
You had me at hung. I was
It's
like, all right.
it's about like the actual, like when the jury goes into, like when the jury gets sequestered and they have to start discussing that. That's
Okay.
what the whole movie is about. But it's a fucking really good movie.
Sounds like a good one.
We really hit on some ones that are popular, and there's a movie that I hate that's in here. Number 6 is Schindler's List. 7 is The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Oh, come on, really?
Did you guys watch any of those? I never
Man.
watched
Watch them all.
That was so
And-
disappointing.
Were you a fan? Or
I could watch them. I'm not gonna go out of my way.
okay, did you for me a movie is, can you watch it second, third, fourth time?
No.
Okay, good.
Not at all. Harry Potter, on the other hand.
Harry Potter.
those
I
are
have
camp.
the Blu-ray set for
I
all
watched
of them.
I watched them with the kids, and it was just, for me, I was like, great, you got a magic stick, that's funny, cute.
If
Like
you
it
watch-
just
I got a magic stick.
yeah. So I
I
thought the
think
same
that's
thing.
where it's relatable. You know what I mean? Like you have to find something where you can relate to, and that's where you
Right.
really get into it.
Right.
Magic
Uh,
sticks, big spiders.
Next is
Oh.
Pulp Fiction. Next is Pulp Fiction.
I have to pass. I think it's a good movie, but I never finished it.
9 is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly from 1966. I have no idea what that is.
It's a Western, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Really, Bobby? You watched it?
Of course I did. Dude, here's the thing, like my dad's the kind of person, like, you know what Turner Classic Movies is?
Yeah, my dad
It's
too.
those kind of movies.
Which-
If it's not the Cleveland Indians playing baseball, it's those kind of movies. I grew up on John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and a bunch of other people.
Which I would like to know who's in it, because if Clint Eastwood is in it or John Wayne, and then it's a good chance I saw it, because my
Yeah.
dad's the same way.
Exactly.
Like, that's how I've seen every Chuck Norris movie. I've seen every Chuck Norris movie.
Yep.
Like I've seen The Lone Wolf McQuade at least 14, 15 times. If you don't know what that movie is, you should check it out. It's an old Chuck Norris movie.
Yeah, and that's also like, it's kind of funny, like, because you won't hear a whole lot of people like in our age demographic say that one of their favorite all-time actors is Paul Newman.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I know older movies, and I'm into them. Also, like Robert Duvall, man. People only know him from what was it? Gone in 60 Seconds. No, look at that dude's career from like 35 years before that. Amazing movies.
Yeah, but speaking of Clint Eastwood, what do you guys think of Gran Torino?
I
thought
actually
it was
did
a good
not.
movie.
I haven't seen it, to be honest with you.
Bobby,
great.
spend the time. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really good. And it's just an old, angry, racist white guy. I mean, but it's a great film. The way
Yeah.
that he just tells it like it is, and you know, it says some things in there that I'm not going to say on here, but it's quite good.
Yeah, and what I like about him is I don't really think that he's like really racist. I think he just doesn't like assholes. That's
Yeah, I just don't think he knows better.
Yeah.
Like he's not
Yeah.
up to date with what you can and can't say. He just says shit that used to be
Not
normal.
woke
Yeah, not woke.
as any
Very
other
unwoke.
60-some-year-old man.
And to close out the top 10, the number 10 is The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
thanks.
sorry.
Oh, and there's one we didn't mention from the 90s, fellas. Forrest Gump.
Oh, how could we forget Forrest Gump? That was like one of the best stories, I think. Just like the way the plot was laid out.
And The
Great.
Matrix. The Matrix.
I didn't like The Matrix.
I never got into it.
I never got into it.
Nah.
Or
No,
did hey, here's one. Did you guys ever see Hamilton? Because it's on the top 20 list.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
I
didn't
refuse.
need
My
to.
daughter, like, she plays like those songs all the time. As soon as, like, that was her whole thing. We have to get Disney Plus so I can watch Hamilton. Like, we do movie nights every single. We do it on the weekend.
Mhm.
One night, we all get together. We watch TV together as a family. Like, that is our time. And she wanted to do Hamilton. We promised, okay, we'll do that. I made it 13 minutes.
Yeah.
I took the remote and I was like, I turned it off. I was like, there's no fucking way we are going to finish this movie.
Like, movie night's over, bitches.
Yeah. Oh, but you promised. I was like, I'll watch gay porn before I watch this. I'm not. I like find me
you watch it anyways.
Like 8 dudes just pooping on each other. That's gonna be more critically acclaiming than this fucking movie.
Bobby, you blew it, because if you would have been a little bit more patient, watch the rest of Hamilton afterwards, you could have watched the porn version, which is called Slamilton, which is actually a better film. So you would have enjoyed yourself. Missed the ball on that one.
Is it gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course it is. Of course it is. What else would it be?
Slamilton.
Oh,
that totally should be Kim's nickname, man.
Another mid-90s classic, Seven.
Oh, great movie, great acting.
Yeah.
And another classic, one of the greatest movies, I think, that features Morgan Freeman.
Great actor. One of my favorites. I mean, is there ever been something in that he's in that wasn't really at least decent? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was this one movie with where he played the vice president in
where he was the president. What was it? Deep Impact?
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, he was in 2 low-key action movies that really sucked, but it wasn't his fault.
He's no John Travolta when it comes to
whichever.
those,
what is that? He's in that movie with Jim Carrey where he plays God.
Oh yeah,
Bruce Almighty.
The name of it.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, you got me there.
That you do shit like that when you're at the end of your career.
But then he made Bucket List with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
that's a great movie too.
Saving Private Ryan is a 90s movie.
That was a great movie.
Really kicked off. And The Green Mile as well, which I thought was excellent.
Also a great movie.
Excellent, yeah. And it's funny because normally when they put like novels into movie form, they kind of lose a little bit. But that's one case where I think the movie's actually better than the novel.
I got something a little bit older for you guys, but I want to see your thoughts. Greatest 80s movie.
Greatest 80s movie?
You want us to guess?
No, I'm just saying, say yours. I'm not looking at a list or anything. I'm just.
I already mentioned Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is up there. There's one that is a classic, and they made multiple. It's a series.
Star Wars,
of course.
Okay, a lot of people I don't like Star Wars. Come on,
how dare you?
I just
Back to the Future, obviously, is what you're talking about.
That's Back to the Future is the one.
I never liked that.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in the waiting room.
Yeah, I think we're done here for the night.
No, I remember going to, what's the one in Florida? Disney World or Disneyland?
In Florida is Disney World.
I couldn't remember. So Disney World, they had the Back to the Future ride.
Yep.
And it was so shittily done that if you sat in the car and you looked to the right, you could see all the other cars, like all the other people looking at the screen. It was awful. And that's one of the main things I remember about it. And I think we were supposed to be on levitating skateboards by now and some other shit based on that movie, but I guess it never happened. I guess we never got around to it.
Yeah. That's why I don't like it. It makes me like really disappointed in my life right now.
God, 80s movie. What other 80s movies there? I mean, there were some great 80s movies, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really kind of a weird time. What was the one?
I got to throw Jaws in there.
Jaws.
That was 70s though.
It was. God damn it!
You keep missing it by a fucking decade.
Now, was it 80s or 90s? The best Christmas movie ever.
The National Lampoon's Christmas.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you're talking about?
No.
Oh,
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
You guys are fucking killing me, dude.
What? I don't know.
Bobby looks like he's about to explode.
Mel Gibson and Donald Glover.
Braveheart.
Glover was not in Braveheart, man. What the fuck?
Wasn't there a black guy in Braveheart?
Lethal
Weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, those were good.
I don't remember if that was in the 80s.
I think the first one must have been.
They had the hair for it, man.
Yeah.
We're missing one that's bad, and I just saw it on the list, so I'm cheating. But Top Gun.
Oh, yeah.
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 I'd like to know how many people joined the Navy after Top Gun.
A lot, probably.
Yeah.
Rambo First
Cocktails.
Blood.
Cocktails?
Yeah.
Cocktails was a great movie.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High is an 80s movie.
Yeah. The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, yes. Just about to throw that one in.
Oh, what was it? St. Clair's or Saint something. It was also like in that genre with the same people.
Gremlins.
Yes, Gremlins.
Great Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Poltergeist, The Goonies.
The Goonies.
Poltergeist
yes, we
was
finally
great.
mentioned the
Goonies.
Goonies. Yes, I wanted to say that before that's what I was leading into when I said like children's movies. I think the Goonies were awesome. The Goonies made me actually travel to Oregon because I wanted to see what Astoria was like, if it's really like in the movie, and it actually is. I went to the sites that they shot it at. And it really looks just like that. And the jail was in so many Westerns. Like Kindergarten Cop was shot like just a cat's piss away from the Goonies main house. Like Kindergarten Cop, the kindergarten's like just on the other side. It's really cool.
It's funny. Chris watched Schindler's List and did the same thing. He went to Poland and everything. Like he was so enthralled with it. It was like so one
casually racist Bob. It took 1.5 hours.
Next one, Platoon.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm. And I think an interesting one, it's not really up my alley, but it's like one of the original like kind of teeny flicks is 16 Candles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's 16 Candles. St. Elmo's Fire. That's what I was thinking of.
That's one. Oh, dude, we should all just get off right now. Robocop. Robocop.
Wasn't a fan.
The Terminator.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
The
Great.
Terminator.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dude.
But the first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Soundtrack done by Vanilla Ice.
Dude, that was good.
Did we say Full Metal Jacket?
We forgot Full Metal Jacket.
Was it the 80s?
Yeah, 87.
Wow, for real? I thought that was the 90s.
Caddyshack.
The Breakfast Club. Did you say The Breakfast Club?
I said The Breakfast. Yeah, we said that.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, how could I forget Ghostbusters? Yeah.
Aliens. And one that I was totally disappointed by the sequel, Coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I watched the sequel the other night, and
I've heard so much bad shit about it. I've heard like a lot of people say, "Oh man, it's so great, I could watch it again." Then
no, it was
never.
Absolute
it is awful.
Cheeks.
I heard
it was absolute hot cheeks. It was terrible, terrible.
Hot cheeks.
It was.
What is cheeks? You've said that a couple times already today. What is cheeks?
It's just ass. It just means it's ass.
Okay.
It's
you could watch somebody's ass for 90 minutes. And you probably get more out of it than watching that.
Yeah. Like here's my thing. If you remember how great the first movie is, Coming to America, and you watch the second one, it can almost tarnish the first one. Don't do it. It's not the same, dude.
Same goes for Dr. Dolittle. He was brilliant the first time he did it, Eddie Murphy, but then the second one was like, meh.
Yeah.
Did you guys mention Die Hard?
No.
1988.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like all those Bruce Willis movies back then.
Blue Velvet with Dennis Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 86.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The fucking Shining.
Oh, that was great.
That was 80. That's 80.
Was it? It was 1980? Because I thought it was late 70s.
It's 80. I'm looking at it right now. Did you also mention E.T.?
E.T. Oh.
Yeah, E.T.
82.
What about Total Recall?
Not on the list, but I can look it up. But I thought it was early 90s.
I thought it was also early 90s.
And the top two rated so far are Raging Bull, 1980.
Mm-hmm.
Scorsese film, and Do the Right Thing with Spike Lee, 1989.
God, what the fuck? There was one with John Travolta. I think it might have been one of his first movies.
Grease.
No, it was before Grease. God, what the fuck's the name of it? He was like a mechanical bull. Like he used to just go to bars and ride a mechanical bull and like do competition. I forget the name of it, but it was a fucking awesome movie.
It's not John Travolta you're thinking about.
It is John Travolta.
No, it was the same dude who was in Ghost.
Patrick Swayze.
It was Swayze, wasn't it?
Nope.
What's that?
Dirty Dancing.
John Travolta. Let's see his discography. So
It's probably not Look Who's Talking.
no, that's filmography.
I'd forgotten about that.
Well, that was a funny one too.
It was. Oh, I got it. Best 80s movie of all time by far. Patrick Swayze, Roadhouse.
I can't
Patrick
remember.
Swayze, Roadhouse. Well, he was a fucking he was a bouncer at a bunch of different bars. And one of the best scenes.
Oh, it was 1980. It was Urban Cowboy.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Well, I don't know. Also, Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys a Swayze fan?
Nah, not really.
Other than Roundhouse, not really.
Yeah. Is what it is. Well, there we go. And Dirty Dancing is Bobby's favorite, and that's from 87. So
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
nope. Nobody. Nobody.
Except for Belgian guys.
Although I'd wreck that girl.
She was on
Her and that fucking massive nose.
Yeah, she was on
Come
Hot
here,
Shots.
bitch. Yeah.
She was really cute in Hot Shots too.
You know, a lot of good movies that we got to catch up on. Let's just get together and have a movies night, fellas, with some popcorn.
Netflix and chill, dude. Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Boys night out. Let's do it.
Let's throw salty nuts and peanuts in each other's mouths and just see where the night
Yes.
goes.
Okay, we're doing it at Dave's place.
Yeah, and we'll see where it goes. So, on that note, we are at 2 hours now. I don't know how long we've been going for.
An hour 22.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure we're staying in what's doable. So, we went through all the movies. Now, I'm just kidding. Let's go through all the songs we finger banged a woman to. So, you go first.
Who let the dogs out? Sorry, that just kind of
Did that? I think that might be a pretty good idea too, because it'll help you stay in the proper rhythm. Because I keep losing the rhythm,
Yeah.
right? And if I have
who let the dogs out?
you got to figure on the eighth, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who says white boys don't got rhythm, man?
Could you imagine the forearm pain though? Like the forearm.
Oh my god.
I think we've all been there before when you
I got fucking carpal tunnel from my early teens, man. I'm telling you.
Dude, I got carpal tunnel a couple of hours ago.
Unfortunately, I feel you. It's solo shit will really kill you, man.
It's either that or you get it's either that or you get the jaw pain, one or the other. I mean, that's also not pleasant. When you're like, I hope
jaw
we can
pain.
when you're fucking going downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're chewing bean. I get you.
Yeah, chewing bean.
But I think that's always a judgment call, right? Because when it starts like running down your lips, I think you have the instinct to go like, but you don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
So you just kind of like let it go, and then you feel like a retard. Can I still say retard?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me check.
I know, Bobby, you think I can. But
let me
You're
check my
half
woke
black.
dictionary.
You're half black and like 8% Asian. You can say whatever you want, dude.
Hey, Bobby.
that basically makes me retarded.
Bobby, don't
Hey,
be racist.
it's your white privilege. Just let it out, buddy. It's okay.
Don't be racist. It's 7.6%. Let's get our facts straight.
Actually, you guys have never heard. You guys don't use chewing bean.
No, I mean I've heard it, Bobby, but I just didn't think of it at the moment.
I forget the other wife. The other day, I
The
told
other
the
wife.
The other wife.
Let's talk about Bob's marriage.
No, the other day I told the wife, "Come on, bitch."
The other wife.
You know it's gonna be good when it starts off like that.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with?
Wait, you're not going
Like
to skip
Hubba
over that
Bubba.
like it didn't happen. Stop. Like,
No, hold on. This goes together. Are you familiar with Hubba Bubba? Bubble
Yeah.
gum.
Yes.
I tell you, I'm gonna chew that bean like a piece of Hubba Bubba.
Did
Not
you
a
tell
fan.
that to wife 1 or wife 2?
I only have one wife. Unfortunately, my words are blurred because of these.
Well, after you told Chris about your issues, I was just wondering if you guys work those out together.
We are actually going through a group program right now. Some
You
of us
guys-
are a little further than others. Don't want
Swingers?
to be putting who's winning, but you know,
You
Are
can
you guys
win at therapy.
I'm trying.
Of course you can. As long as you get the therapist to agree with your points more when you're a married couple.
Yeah.
You're
If
better
you
off.
find a middle-aged white male therapist, then yeah, you can definitely win.
Yeah. Tries to tell the wife things she should do to make you happy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, that's why I wouldn't want to go to. That's why I wouldn't want to go to like couple therapy because I get too competitive. I try to win that bitch.
You
Oh,
remember,
I'd stand up. This cunt the other day told me to do this. It'd be like, Bobby, what do we tell you about those words? To
I
use
wonder-
them. Yeah, but not those.
I wonder what female listeners we have who cringe every time Bobby says cunt.
I don't care. It's, I know. It's,
And I
but
think
you know
that-
what? The whole
I think
thing
the
is like,
shirt you're wearing goes with you tonight too. Charlie's Wood
actually,
Shop.
actually, this is Charlie's Wood Shop, Cleveland, Ohio, baby. My buddy, Chocolate Charlie from Rover's Morning Glory.
Is he black?
No, his name is actually Mike.
I thought the same thing. Like, oh, he's a black
No,
guy.
his name is actually Mike, but he looks like Charlie from the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So they call him
Mhm.
Chocolate Charlie because it's his radio alias or whatever.
Okay, cool.
He does he has his own wood shop and he actually produces a lot of things and sells them on the internet, or people like actually they will
Let's get him as a sponsor. I'll wear that shirt.
yeah, definitely.
I just
They'll
need one
actually-
that's not small like yours. I need one with like man size.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people commission him to like build furniture and shit like that. So he has a thing called Charlie's Wood Shop. But on the back of it, he didn't have any more versions of this, but on the back it just says big dick shit, but it's the entire like back of the t-shirt. Cause like he does a lot of videos and that's the thing. Like when he's doing woodworking, he calls it big dick shit. It's really funny. It's actually the sagas that he produces are amazing.
Okay, well, shout out
Cool.
to Charlie.
Yeah.
Listening
Yeah.
to this, let us have a
Which-
couple K.
Old Charco Charlie. I'll take him. Come on in.
Yeah.
Chocolate. I really thought it was a black guy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No,
Honestly
yeah.
did. I wasn't gonna question it. Just
I thought the
All right.
story was going to go somewhere else. I thought Bobby
The
was gonna
funny
do-
thing is though, his part of that rap group, the outro that we play for the time being is called Bootleg Black Guys. He's one of the guys.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. Ooh, that's fine.
No, it's
thought Bobby was
yeah,
gonna-
you can't do
I
that
thought Bobby
anymore.
was going to go like, his name is Chocolate Charlie because he's black. And I found out the hard way he doesn't taste like chocolate. That kind of thing.
Chocolate Charlie, he tries to feed people Tootsie Rolls, No.
Yeah. Didn't some Catholic guy just get in trouble for that? Trying to feed people?
Probably. Makes sense.
Some Boy Scout thing. It's just like, oh, man.
Oh man.
So we have
We're,
racism, pedophilia,
So Pizzagate?
Pizzagate. Yeah, Pizzagate. Anyone?
Tip your sex workers, guys.
Yeah. Don't be a dick. Tip them. They're out
Yeah.
there working for you, especially in this COVID environment.
But on the other hand, you know,
Exactly.
those
You
stem
know how hard
cells
it is
saved
to
my
give a
life. I'm not asking
blowjob
any
with a
questions.
mask.
I don't know. I've never tried it.
A social distancing blowjob is about as dumb as tits on a guy.
Yeah, I would love to see how that works, though. I don't really want to participate. I just want to watch. That's my thing.
If you really think about it, like here in Germany, because
I haven't,
that kind
though.
of
Not at all. But obviously you have, Bobby, so I'm looking forward to hearing
I
it.
am right now. It's popping in my head. Because like here in Germany, sex workers it's a legal thing.
Mhm.
Prostitution. But how does that go now? Like with the social distancing?
It doesn't.
Zero.
You
been
think
protesting.
it doesn't?
Well, not legally, of course.
Yeah.
So the legal part is like kind of
I'm not talking about the legal part. I'm talking about social distancing. Do you think like, you know what I mean? Like, how does that work?
it doesn't. I think if you're going to do it, then you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to be of the legal variety right now because I'm pretty sure that business is closed down.
And I'm guessing
Yeah.
if you're going to a hooker, then you're like used to keeping a secret or two.
Yeah.
So
And if you're going to a hooker, you're not really worried about a mask anyway.
No.
yeah.
But you got to admit, you got to
could look
admit
if you wear a
though,
condom.
like it's not really so frowned upon here. Is it really taboo? I don't think so.
No, not at all.
Nah.
I mean, it's
And I
better.
think it shouldn't be.
It's better than the alternative. If
They
you look
should.
at this,
I honestly think like if they legalize it, like in other places, like it is here, and they put more restrictions and have more of an open eye on it, that will actually reduce sex trafficking, I think.
Absolutely.
yeah, of course it will.
So
It also lowers the rape rate. It's been proven. You got
Exactly.
Guys go, they get what they were looking for, and that's the end of it.
Mhm.
You're always going to have psychos and crazies. That doesn't matter. That doesn't really depend on the country.
No.
But as far as petty sexual assault and things like that, it probably does cut down the rates. Makes
sure it
sense
does.
to me. Makes sense to me.
If you keep the girls protected and it's consensual and they know what they're getting into, then
Yeah. It's a monetary exchange. Is it really that different from what is that?
I guess you're pumping something and paying money for it.
No, but I'm talking about OnlyFans. Is it really something different than that? Think about OnlyFans right now. Like all these women have their own.
For me, OnlyFans is basically subscription porn. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Like that's somebody doing something most of the time in the privacy of their own home, but just putting it up for auction or putting up for as a subscription service. I have absolutely no problem with that because they're willing participants.
Right. But would you subscribe to an OnlyFans, Bobby?
Fuck no.
Me either.
Why the fuck would I pay money for something? Guess what, bitch? I'll just wait a week because some asshole like me is just gonna fucking screenshot all your stuff and upload it to the internet anyway. I'm getting them shits for free.
And these women get so mad when they find out that people did that. They get so mad. Oh, it's not right. Blah blah blah.
I'd tag a bitch in it too. Be like, hey, guess what I found? And like tag the person, be like, what the fuck?
How did my tuna sandwich get online without me allowing it? I don't understand the internet.
well, at least you're tagging her because I think, if you're an artist and they consider themselves artists, then you want to be like properly referenced.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what it is. It's citing your works. It's like doing a term paper in college or in high school. You have to have a reference page. And that's all we're doing. We're just doing our due diligence.
Right.
And what about these? What do you guys think about these fucking simps that fucking buy these women all kinds of stuff that they never meet? Like they put their Amazon list on there. These guys like order it and send it to them. Like you want to be like, she's not gonna fuck you, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, she's like, oh, I need some of my simps to pay my rent this month. Bitch, get a job. Pay your fucking rent. There's at least if you go to a hooker, there's a transaction. You got something out of it. But if you're just subscribing to somebody's fucking OnlyFans and like paying money or their shit off their Amazon list, like, oh, mama needs a blender this week. Who's gonna pay for it? And like some fucking weirdo. It's like, oh, I know you love me. Like, come on, man. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Have a fucking set. Or do like my dad told me, just go beat off. All that shit goes out the window. You got no desire anymore. Like, why am I putting up with this bitch's shit? There goes post nut clarity. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a simp. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Right.
Like, does this guy's not realize these bitches are literally laughing at him? You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at this dumb shit. He paid my rent. All I had to do was send him a fucking titty pic. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, how banging are your titties that I'm gonna go out and spend like $250 on Amazon? Guess what, bitch? Tits are tits. I can go right now. I have a thing in my hand, like right here in my hand, that gives me access to unlimited different sets of tits.
Yeah.
Why are yours so different that I need to pay like what, $30-$40 a month for it? No thanks.
So am I going to jerk off to your OnlyFans that I paid how much a month for? Or am I going to go to Pornhub and jerk off for free? Which one am I going to do? I
to some really fucked up stuff.
Yeah. Like, I want to see some weird shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like bitch with small hands. I don't know. Whatever I want to. I can find it on there. Whatever you want. Like, you can find it. I don't know. Get a fleshlight. It's easier. It's cheaper.
Auto blow too.
What's that?
The auto blow too.
Yeah, get it. There's shit out there. You can get a fucking avatar fleshlight if that's what you're into. You can get whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. It's a beautiful world.
Yeah.
Pay for some bitch's blender.
No,
what's wrong with you?
And that's the thing, man. Like, I'm so like, but if you really think about it though, like some dudes are also like, man, these bitches see the commitment. I'm sorry, I would never the other reason why I would never describe is because guess what? Why would I do a 30-day subscription to something that I'm going to be bored with after 34 seconds?
Yeah, like, how many times
fuck, I just wasted 29 days. You know what I mean? Like,
cool. How many times am I going to look at a picture of your gash before I get tired of seeing it? How many different poses can you put it in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and the thing that I hate to tell, like, ladies, you think that they're all different until it's like right here in your face. Vaginas look the fucking same. They are literally the same thing, no matter how you look at it. Guys don't have that luxury. You know what I mean? Like like you could be 20 feet away. That looks different. You know what I mean? With a dude. Some girls, you have to be right up there. So I can never subscribe like 30 days subscription. Dude, guess what? I can go see Snatch any fucking where I want on the internet. Why would I pay for it?
And Harry always has the best links to Snatch. So I appreciate him posting that to us on our WhatsApp group. So cheers to you, Harry.
Yeah, thanks. My internet just tanked.
Saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. You'll find out later.
Awesome.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna have to put
Yeah, we're at an hour and 38 minutes.
So this week, people will have learned about COVID. A little recap, a little COVID talk, a little vagina talk, a little 80s, 90s movies talk. And Bob being racist again. So, I mean, we hit every check mark we wanted to hit this week. So we're going with
same old, man.
And we learned Bob's marriage is on the rocks. So,
but only the one with his first wife.
Right. The second one's fine, which is good. Well, good for you, Bob. Motherfuckers. Just don't get stabbed, okay, Bob? Don't do it. All right, moving on. So, yeah, everybody. Bob, you want to do the outro? You know where to find us.
Your mama's place.
Please like, share, subscribe. Hit us up on YouTube. Comment anywhere on social media. We are there. If it's something I can't answer, we'll move it to whoever can. Right. We talk amongst ourselves daily, so you guys don't have to worry about that. If you send one of us something that's meant for somebody else in our group, we know how to get it to them. Yeah. We know the proper channels. We do talk and discuss things amongst ourselves. But the whole thing is like we the last couple of weeks, especially, we are moving in a different, like we're actually seeing it. And thank you guys very much. Keep it up. Because it all happens because of you. So please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. If you find we're funny, then guess what? You have other people in your circle of friends that are probably also going to find it funny.
Just pass us around like an old cum sock,
exactly. And if, you feel moved by the spirit of the Lord, just microwave it and give it a sip. Go. You know what I mean? Do it. Do you, boo-boo?
The original protein shake. There it is.
No thanks.
The old chlorine cum shot. Can't beat it. So,
oh my God.
So, speaking of Kim, maybe he'll be on next week. And who knows? We'll see who's on next week. But I can't promise we'll stay on topic anymore, but we'll try.
Probably not.
We won't. No,
probably
absolutely not. No, we never do. We try. We put a valiant effort, but it never really happens, does it?
Also, I do want to add, I saw that there is a new episode of Ball Time up and running.
Yes, sir, there is. It's a great talk. It's in German, though. It's with a Berlin Cobra ladies football player, and we actually only talk about football for about 10 minutes, maybe, and everything else is about farting, how you can get very close to women without them feeling threatened, or how to intentionally threaten them if you feel like it, about how she grew up, which is kind of interesting. Grew up with her stepdad, who was her music teacher, which made for some interesting discussions. No, but she's really funny. If you want to check it out, please do. I have a couple of other interviews coming up. One of them that I'd like to plug right now is with an ELF coach. That's this new European league. The guy's name is Adam Rita, championship coach from Hawaii, who coached Canadian football, but also the Rainbow Warriors, and I think he has ties to University of Las Vegas too. So he was up there. I talked to him for 4 hours.
Wow, that's a pod.
That's a pod and a half.
Did you split it up 2 parts, or you kept it one?
Actually, I was going to try to get your advice on that, because I'd like to split it up in at least 2 parts.
I'd split it.
Yeah,
I'd definitely split it.
Otherwise, you're going to lose people towards the back end. That's a lot. That's a commitment to sit for 4.
Yeah,
that's a commitment. So
so that's coming up, and that's going to be in English.
Right.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
But the one you were talking about before, where you discussed farting on people and sexual assault. Yeah. That one is in German, correct?
And stuff
and
like that.
That one's in German, yeah.
And how to get creepy close to a woman.
Right. You got Bob at creepy close.
Like, dude, you just checked like 11 of my boxes that I met. Like, if you put in my Pornhub search right now, you check 11 of those categories.
Awesome. So just give it a listen. I'd love to know what you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Bob, I was going to take that stepdad and go a different direction, but I'm just going to leave it, buddy. So just going to leave it. You saw his wiener. So,
no.
Yeah, then
she never saw his dick, though, I think.
God damn it, Harry.
I'm sorry. You put it out there.
Did you? I did not. Did you ask?
You passed it up there for a layup.
That was more directed towards nothing, really, Bobby. Okay. So, all right then, everyone. We will see you guys.
On that note, bye.
Yeah.
See you next week, everybody. Thanks for listening and or watching.
Have a week.
Potatoes.
I gotta think about Charlie's Woodshop.